we talking about presenting your bid. You like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
Presenting your bid, because that's
Big part of the business.
big part of the business.
Mm-hmm.
How you present it and how you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, well, I got a lot to say about this here. So,
Okay.
kind of, what's your opinion on presenting a bid? How should I go about presenting my bid? Or how can, as a professional, a lot of people ain't win at work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's about that last step. Presenting your bid. Really, it starts out way before that, but presenting your bid is a big part of it.
Yeah, I think presenting your bid is very important, because, and it's I would say one of the important things is to make sure that you are confident in your bid.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you can't go in there to a customer's house and you're not for sure that your price is right,
Yeah.
because they can read that.
Yeah.
In your body language, in your face, how you talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I first got into business, I was writing up these contracts, and I would go to the client's house, and I give them a number. I say, "Boy, this number is big." And to me, big with them was $5,000. That was big.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Whoo, what they gonna say about this here?"
Mm-hmm.
But remember, I'm in my young 20s, and I'm out here trying to start this business. And so $5,000, $7,000, that's a lot of that's some cheese.
Yeah.
You know, for me at that point in time. So I went and said, "Dang, are they gonna not give me a job because I'm too high?" So
you never know what your clients can afford.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I wouldn't, and that's something I had to learn too, is that you can't look and judge your client based on your prices or what you might pay for something.
Right.
Because people, like, one thing I've learned in this business, people got money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money out here.
If they call you, they got the money to do it.
They got the money to do it. They gonna find a way to get it done. And a lot of times they ain't really got a choice. Either they gonna pay it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you the biggest thing that I had to overcome was that confidence. And it ain't gonna come on job one, it ain't gonna come on job two. Might not even be three. But over time, you're gonna develop that confidence to present your bid and have faith and confidence. That's like, for me, it's like, all right, I'm presenting this bid to you. This is how much it costs. And this, you know, got all my profit in there and everything. This is what I can do it for. I can't afford to do it for anything less. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or you gonna be in the poorhouse. That's the last place you want to be as a contractor, is working hard and be poor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember the first bid we went together.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you present the bid and talk to them.
Yeah.
And I remember you putting the bid down the paper, and then they'll push it through the stem, let them go through it.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really, and I should have prepped you better on it, but I didn't. I just want to see what was going to happen. But I don't think we had extra copy for ourselves. I think we had just had the one copy.
Yeah.
You gave it to them to read over.
Yeah.
And then they passed it back, and so you was talking to them, but it didn't really go smoothly. We didn't get that job.
No, I think we did.
No, the one. Did we get part? I think it was for a bathroom. We was doing. They had to cut. They had talking about trying to build it out.
Oh, I don't know. Probably not.
Remember that job there?
Oh, we probably didn't.
That was. We didn't get that one there because it was a lot going on in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it was an older couple.
Yeah.
And maybe we probably didn't look like we was like on top of our job that day. I think we didn't like we had everything all mapped out.
Well,
in my opinion, on how it went.
You know, I think that job went the complete opposite. Like, we thought we did bad, and they ended up calling us and saying we got the job. So I think we did actually.
Did we get that job? We might have. It's been so long ago. But I remember the part I remember though, it was just he had just gave them the bid.
Yeah.
And so part of presenting the bid is you want to have two.
Yeah.
You want your customer to have a copy, you have a copy, so I can go through the question at the same time.
Let's take a step back. Okay, so I think presenting your bid, it starts way before you even present the bid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, client calls you out, say, hey, I want to bid on this bathroom.
Okay.
You go out, you bid it, you know what I'm saying? Don't go home immediately, start writing stuff up.
Right.
It starts way before that. You know what I mean? I ain't even, that's a bunch of prior. But let's say you do get to the final. I ain't going to get in there. That's a whole nother conversation.
Exactly, yeah.
But, all right, let's say you got the bid ready. What you going to do?
Well, you need to have, like I was saying, you won't always have 2 copies.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, all right, I got the bid ready. You calling the client up. You want to meet with them. You calling them on the phone. You emailing this bid. What you doing?
Well, you call the customer and setting up a time to meet back with them.
So you want to meet with them again?
Yeah. And actually, when you there at the job, you would love to be professional enough to say, okay, I'm gonna come back on this day to present the bid. I already set that time and date up.
So
before you leave.
So you prepping them. You saying, hey, I'm gonna have this bid done in 2 weeks. Can we meet back again at this same time next week? And I'm gonna have the bid, and I want to we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
And this is when I will say this is a great tip. If you hungry and you just starting out and you trying to land these jobs, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you want to do that. Now, it's kind of tough for if you the estimate writer, you the worker, you the job getter, you talk to the customer. You got all those hats. It's kind of hard to line all that stuff up and make it all happen for you. But the better you are at lining it all up, the more professional you look like you are to the customer at that point in time. So knowing what you want to do before you even go meet with the customer, how things are going to line up, and to get back over there is some thoughts to have in front of you already pre-planned to do.
Absolutely.
Is to have that rescheduled date to
meet again.
To meet with them.
Yep. And so, like you said have 2 bids. One for the client, you sitting down with them. Hey, can you meet them at the house? Hey, let's have a seat. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even if a client say, hey, no, just email it to me. You know what I mean? All right. Sometimes clients are like that.
Right.
But if I'm hungry, I'm saying, hey, that's a policy in our business. We don't email bids. If we come out here and spend 30 minutes, an hour with you walking through a job, we expect for clients to at least spend another 30 minutes with us so we can present this bid to you and talk to you about it. And that allows you a second time to get in front of that client. You know what I'm saying? To judge anything. If they have any aversion to your price or any other issues with your bid, y'all can talk about it at that point.
And that may seem kind of bold to say that. But most clients gonna say, "Oh, you're a professional like that. Well, you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now at that point, you gotta be ready for the answer.
Yeah.
If you come like that, but some gonna respect that position, and some gonna be kind of hard nosed and say, "No, I just want to email bid. What do you do?"
Yeah. And a lot of times, hey, if you have a good idea in your head of how much something costs, they say, "How much? Oh, I want this bathroom remodeled." You know what I mean? And before you even leave that day. This is a good tip too. Before you leave that day, if you have a good idea what you want to charge for a job, you done did this before, you have a good idea where you want to bid on a job, say, okay, well, right now, before you even get to the bidding stage, I'm thinking, this job is going to cost you somewhere between $10,000 to $20,000. If the client says, oh, that's too much, you just saved yourself 3 hours in writing the bid.
Yeah.
Or however long it takes you. You probably done saved yourself a whole day of trucking back out there, doing all this mumbo jumbo to get back out there, and they can't even afford the price that you was potentially about to give.
Yeah. So as you hear, the different ways of presenting a bid, you can present a verbal bid right there on the spot, a paper bid, and then the other thing about presenting a bid is being confident, whether you're doing a verbal bid or one on paper, is being confident in what you're saying, because they're going to ask you questions. And you got to know, if you know what you know, then the questions they're going to ask you going to come out smooth. Yeah. And confident. But if you do not know those answers, you might be in trouble, because some of them clients have been prepped for you. They ready for you to come. Yeah. And they got questions for you that they friends have told you to ask you, or they done been through the process before. So present your bid verbally or on paper with confidence. Have confidence in your number that you give them, and be ready to answer questions.
Yep. So absolutely, present your bid with confidence. And if you don't know the answer to something, tell them you get back with them. They can respect that.
That's
tell them
right.
I'll get back with you. So don't be afraid to say I'm going to get back with you. But looks like we're wrapping up on our time here.
Okay.
Dwight Cliff Jr. here.
Dwight Cliff Sr.
We are Cliff and Cliff. So we out.
Peace.
Peace.